Hey everybody, it's Bryan Brisson. I'm your host, and this is NFL Best Bets Week 5 edition presented by Typical Sports Fan. You can find me on Twitter at FVCKGoodell. I'm just going to dive right in. I have 5 picks this week. Game 1, Tennessee -5 over the Buffalo Bills. A lot of people are expecting Tennessee to have a drop-off after beating the reigning world champion Philadelphia Eagles last week in overtime. I'm not big on the Bills, as many of you know. I'm not big on their quarterback, Josh Allen, as many of you know. I don't see Tennessee having a problem with this game. Even though it is in Buffalo, anything can happen. I think -5 very easily covers. Tennessee's the better team. They should win. And let's move on to the next game. We're moving to the NFC North. One of my favorite divisions to bet, but my favorite team to bet is not playing this week in the Chicago Bears. They have a bye week. The Green Bay Packers pick them, which is pretty much even. They don't think neither team really is favored. Pick them. I'm just going to say this again. If Aaron Rodgers does not play, do not bet this. If this line gets to -3, do not bet it. Bet it as a 2.5 to a pick 'em. Because the Green Bay Packers with Aaron Rodgers are much better than the Detroit Lions. Plain and simple. There's no reason they should lose this game unless DeShone Kizer makes an appearance, which is very possible every week. You know, Aaron Rodgers gets hurt quite often. Hate to see stuff like that. One of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game, but he gets hurt quite often. And if DeShone Kizer makes an appearance, he's probably going to throw a pick 6. So be very cautious with that game. I'm confident in Green Bay pick 'em, but like I said, Aaron Rodgers doesn't play. Don't bet it. Whenever I pick Green Bay, if Aaron Rodgers doesn't play, don't bet it. We're moving on to the West Coast games. I have the Los Angeles Chargers -5. The Chargers are playing, I believe they're playing the Oakland Raiders. The Oakland Raiders finally put together 60 minutes of football, actually more than 60 minutes of football last week. That shouldn't have happened. The fumble should have ended the game. Didn't go Cleveland's way. Kind of ruined a great week. The Chargers are the much better team. I don't think Oakland's very good. I don't think Derek Carr is a franchise quarterback. I think he's a good quarterback. I don't think he's a franchise quarterback. I think that defense is terrible. They have a bunch of second stringers with maybe 1 or 2 starters playing every down. You can't win football like that. Phillip Rivers should annihilate the Oakland Raiders. Let's move on to the other LA team playing up in Seattle. The Rams -7 against the Seahawks. A lot of people are saying, don't take anybody in Seattle when they're a favorite. Seattle is very rarely a home underdog, but the Rams are much better than any team Seattle's played this year. The Rams' offense is absolutely electric. Their defense, they didn't do too well last week. But Seattle's offense is nowhere near as good as Minnesota's. Earl Thomas gone for the year. Sorry to see that. He flicked off his own sideline. I can't blame him for being upset. He really should. He shouldn't have been playing. But, we'll see how it goes. So, LA, the Rams, that is -7 over the Seahawks in Seattle. It's right now 75% of the public money is on LA. Not really saying it's a contrarian pick, but just history says it's a contrarian pick. Now my final game is the Monday night game. I kind of had a coin flip between doing this game or the Sunday night game. The Sunday night game between the Dallas Cowboys and Houston Texans somehow Houston's favored. I'm not touching that game, though. Too many variables. But this game, Monday night, between the Washington Redskins coming off of a bye and the New Orleans Saints. The New Orleans Saints, they're having a pretty good year. I'll give that to them. They are having a pretty darn good year at 3-1. But the Redskins are shocking people at 2-1. Their defense is very good, and I think them getting 6.5 points, big change. There's no reason that I just love this line. I think Washington should cover 6.5 easily. They might win outright. I doubt it, but hey, I would not bet a money line pick against the Saints at home, but 6.5, that's a lot of points. You could probably get this at 7.5 on Monday, and that's even better for you. Like, Washington plus 6.5 is very good. They are a sneaky good team. Watch out for them the rest of this year. All right, so let's go over our Week 5 picks again. We have Tennessee -5, Green Bay as a pick'em, the Chargers -7, the Rams -7, and Washington plus 6.5. Best of luck to everybody this week, and I'll talk to you guys next week.